I have gone to many schools, I have gone to many seminars, but I can tell you without any doubt that the kind of value you get within the week interaction with the resource that is within this program, it's just amazing. It has been a very, very valuable journey that I have taken, and it's the most outstanding thing I have done in terms of leadership development, and also helping me to get to understand or to have a strategic view in understanding the market, and also getting the kind of opportunities that are within Africa.
To the CEOs and to the C-suite executives and to the entrepreneurs who are running their own businesses, why it's important to do this program is the networking that you're going to find. You're going to find amazing participants. We curate the participants, so you don't find people who are all from the same industry. You find amazing experiences.
Life is about learning, continuous learning. I've attended a number of programs at Strathmore Business School that have challenged me. They've challenged how I think. So I thought, GCEO, just from the name, Global CEO, I'll get to interact with a lot of Africans, because I want to be a catalyst in change of how Africa operates, how Africa thinks, how us as Africans want, to show up for the Africa agenda.
EACML has now 45 projects between construction and planning approval. Okay, so this is the situation. The city is a free zone, so this gives advantage for developer to benefit, so they can save about 18 to 20% in the construction costs because they don't pay custom duty.
Africa has risen. It's not just Africa is rising. We are now in an era of one Africa, one market. Africa finding its rightful place globally. And to drive that vision, it's not about one or two outstanding Pan-African multinationals. It has to be a force. It has to be a transformational force. And that is why at the Lagos Business School, we put together the Global CEO Africa program, where we focus specifically on deepening the capacity of established CEOs, C-suite executives across various sectors of the economies of countries in Africa to think Pan-African and to act globally. Two, three.
The way you would have hired somebody as manager of XYZ is no longer manager of XYZ, because that person might be managing different activities and different skill level of people. But what we're looking at now is what is coming out. So when you look at the Huawei debacle, it was not really about the technology, it was about customer data. Because if I have access to your customers or your citizens, I can reprogram their minds.
Urbanization challenges, people have to go to school, people have to eat, you have to do manufacturing. We actually know that people have to make money, and we're talking about disposable income. All of those challenges have been addressed. How do they do it? Through markets, through financing. So I want us to go from there to then look across our continent and then talk a little bit about our capital markets. Why exactly is it that if these things are no-brainers, I mean, these people are raising money to build roads, to do all of these things, why are we struggling? Why have they gotten it right and we haven't? What are the cycles that we've gone through? And as we then think about Africa 2030 as leaders, what can we do? One of the things we can do, of course, is to get educated a little bit. So hopefully we'll leave here a bit more educated about capital markets.
A big courses that are actually on this executive level of training, but most times those courses are actually outside Nigeria. And so there's no one actually that's focused directly in making me understand Africa. And I think this is the first time I'm on a course that is drilling down specifically to address what executive needs are. And
that's been extremely beneficial to me on this.
Now, when we talk about profit, the idea from the initial ages has been, look, let's maximize profit, right? Because that's the reason why the shareholders set up the place. But as we see, and we all know, that so many things could affect your business.
And it's important to understand that the owners are the owners. Your job as C-suite is to bring to the table your technical capacity to help them determine what their requirements should be. But there's nothing to say they must listen to you, and there's nothing to say that they must be reasonable. I hope you all understand this.
When I went on the Eko Bank journey, I was, I think, 41 or 42. I had been in Citibank for about 10 years. I'd done everything. I'd been moved from Nigeria to the UK to run the Africa structure. And when you get to that age, and I think the men here would understand, you have a bit of a midlife crisis. You start saying to yourself, I'm 41, 42, what have I done with my life? I'm good. Now, some people get a second wife, and I don't have a view on that. I don't have a view on that. Some people get a red Ferrari, okay? People do crazy things. The crazy thing I did was to go and run Eko Bank.
Corruption is bad for all of us, is much worse for the poorest people. I mean, because of corruption, public hospitals do not work well. None of us here is going to have much of a problem because we will go to a private hospital, but there are plenty of people that if they're
with the professors, the people that come to lend their insight in class, they are not just regular academic professors, they are, successful business people. So for me, it's awoken the thirst for success, for transformation with an African lens.
And I like the fact that even Mr. Patrick, when he speaks to us, he made us understand that you don't need any negative emotion. You just have to think forward. You have to make sure that everything you're doing, you're thinking Pan-African.
About 60 million cubic meters of sand from the sea into this field to fill it up to 3.5 meters above sea level.
When you look at the caliber of people that interact in the program and their availability to share experience. I don't want to speak about one of the most amazing experiences I had interacting with Dangote. Looking at his transformational project, how he thought beyond himself, how he made the whole of Africa dream with the refinery project.
I was really telling my mind, I was just seeing it is possible, it can be done. Why are we not doing it? We have all the resources that we require. We just need to tweak our mindset. So I'm leaving here challenged that it's about my mind, it can be done. There is nothing, absolutely nothing, that can make it not to be done.
And so running a program such as the GCEO aligns with our objective of ensuring that we're bringing leadership Pan-Africa, first of all, a cross-cultural exchange and to learn from one another.
But you see, what we have done here is just showing that there's nothing that is impossible. All this one can be replicated in our power sector. There's no reason why Nigeria should be doing. We as a company alone were producing group-wide for our own consumption over 1,500 megawatts. So Nigeria should not be at 3 times of what we are producing.
The leaders that we brought here, from Arnold to Dangote, knowledge of not just your business, of all the factors that influence your business.
Which this program was meant for the heads of state, the ultimate decision makers for Pan-Africanism. All the same, from the small desk that we sit, or the professionals, we can be able to start from where we are and bring in the aspect of Pan-Africanism to be able to benefit Africa.
You have done very well to plant those seeds. Along the way, you've been planting seeds in everybody's mind that indeed, we are not here just to pass through. We are here to be transformed and to make a difference with the networks that we have, with the social capital that we have in this room. So I want to thank you very much for that emphasis, because I think this is the message that is going to lift up the continent.
Rob, 2, 3.